Hi guys. So today I'm gonna go see where we're at today. Oh yeah. So we're on day 18 of devotionals, and the devotional today is called Undernourished Christians. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Romans 12:1. A timely tip. How many times have you been satisfied with a hamburger or a hot dog and a bottle of pop for your dinner? So your mouth is watering for that right now, fine. But what is your body really calling for? Some green vegetables, some milk, some good solid food? A young man trying to work his way through Bible school found he would have more money for his tuition if he would skip one meal every day. At first it didn't seem to bother him, but by the end of the semester he found himself weak and undernourished. I have my money for next year's tuition, he confessed, after he had been sent to the school doctor, but I don't have strength to go back to study. Our bodies belong to God. Not only are we responsible to Him for what we do with them, but also how we feed them. He has entrusted us with them. What we do with them today may determine what He can do with them tomorrow. A young, undernourished missionary who can been on the field only a year became sick. The attending physician suggested that she return home immediately. "Oh, I can't do that," said the young worker. "I have work to do here." "We can't afford to have you stay," said the doctor, "for if you do, you will not only be asking someone else to do the work you are not able to do, but you will also take another missionary away from her work to take care of you." What good is an undernourished pastor? He will not be able to continue his preaching, his visitation, or his many other duties. His flock will soon become discouraged, and the work will go down. The way we take care of our bodies today may determine our life work for Christ. What kind of body will you be giving Him as you obey His call to do His work? A final tip. Caring for my body's need this becomes my daily creed. Additional reading of the Bible is Daniel chapter 1, verse 5, and Daniel chapter 1, verses 8 through 15. Sorry, it's taking me a bit to find it. Okay, so let's start out with verse 5, and it says, "And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king." And then verses 8 through 15. "But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the proportion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king." Then said Daniel to Mazar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, "Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give pulse to eat, and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat. And as thou seest, do with thy servants." So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Okay. Close my Bible real quick. Yep, here's my Bible. So we need to learn how to take care of ourselves. It is important for us as Christians to take care of ourselves first before, not, I wouldn't say first, but like make sure we make ourselves like a priority to take care of ourselves. Like, it's okay to take care of others, nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good thing. But you need to remember how to take care of yourself too, and not leave yourself abandoned and not take care of yourself. Like, remembering like that God has entrusted us with our bodies, that we are to take care of them right. And yeah, it says, pretty much says that the way that we take care of our bodies determines it does determine our life for Christ. It does. It really does. And it might seem something little, it may seem like it doesn't, but it really does. But you need to really think about this question here in this devotional. What kind of body will you be giving him as you obey his call to do his work? Like, what kind of body are you wanting to give God? As we are obeying his call to do his work that he has called us to do. For example, spreading the gospel, reading, just spreading the gospel to other people, and doing like other stuff that he wants us to do. Simply like reading our Bibles and praying and worshiping him and stuff like that. Simply that. What can we simply do that? But we need to remember, like, that like we don't have to undernourish ourselves. Like, yeah, it's good to fast. Like, if God has called us to fast, that is different. If he has called us to fast for a certain amount of days or whatever like that, then we should do that. But if we're just doing that and trying to work way too hard for something else that God has not intended for us, that's different. Like, we don't want to starve ourselves too much or become too sick and become too weary to work for God. We don't want to do that to ourselves. And surely God doesn't want us to do that either, to do that to ourselves. He wants us to he wants us to spread the gospel. He wants us to preach God's word to other people. And he doesn't want us to be weary while we do it. He doesn't want us to be weary. Yet in God we are strong. Yet God has given us strength, his strength, to carry on through life. Whether it's just simply sharing the gospel and God's word to other people, or whether it's going through hard times or going through whatever you're going through. Like, God has given us strength to carry on and get through that stuff and move on and to live for him. Like, it's so amazing how he does that for us, and he still cares for us even when we mess up and we're falling apart just because of a simple mistake. He still cares. It's so amazing. It really is. But we really need to care for our body's needs, not for our body's wants. Like not like all the time, obviously. That's kind of honestly excessive if we do that like a daily basis. We like it's basically, we just need to we need to remember that our bodies belong to God. They don't belong to ourselves. Our bodies belong to God. And I know it doesn't make sense, but once you really think about it, and once you listen to what God is saying, But I'm gonna just we are responsible for what we do with our bodies. We are, as human beings. But just remember that we need to nourish ourselves in order to, so we can determine, that way we can determine our life work for Christ and stuff like that, you know. But it was an easy talking with this one because it's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's kind of hard to explain what you would say in this type of devotional. But I don't know. I just was gonna let God speak through me and speak to you guys and see what He has in mind today. But I hope you like this devotional today, guys. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and turn on those notifications. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year's, by the way. Happy 2021. Just remember, I'm just hoping that this year is gonna be even better than last year, and that God will use us even more this year than He did last year. Like, He used us last year, definitely, but even more than last year. That He uses us way more before, and that goes in above and beyond with using us and stuff. Like, God does that with us. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. And stay tuned for day 19 out of the devotionals. I believe that is called Tears of Concern. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.